Next, proof number 15. Proof number 15. If a greater than 0, then prove that square root of a plus square root of a plus square root of a and so on infinity times. So the square root applied how many times? Infinity times. So on infinity times is equal to 1 plus root over 1 plus 4a by 2. 1 plus root over 1 plus 4a whole divided by 2. Okay. So here if a greater than 0, here a value is positive. So then prove that square root of a plus square root of a plus square root of a and so on how many times? Infinity times is equal to 1 plus root over 1 plus 4a by 2. So let's start the proof. So first of all let us consider LHS. Here LHS is square root of a, again square root of a plus square root of a plus square root of a plus square root of a and so on how many times? Infinity times. Okay na? Uncountable number of times. So to start this proof, let us consider this is equals to some x. Let x is equals to square root of a plus square root of a plus square root of a plus so on infinity times. Okay, plus so on infinity times. Now since a greater than 0, here a is positive. Since a is positive, x value must be greater than 0. Here x is greater than 0. Since, what is the reason? Since a greater than 0. Since a greater than 0, x must be positive. This value must be positive. So value of this must be positive. So ఇది ఇప్పుడు పాజిటివ్ అవుతుంది వాల్యూ. ఎందుకు? హియర్ ఏ వాల్యూ ఇస్ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ 0. సో ఏ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ 0 కాబట్టి x కూడా ఏమవుతుంది? గ్రేటర్ దెన్ 0 మీన్స్ పాజిటివ్. x value is positive. This is important observation. My output value is positive. Okay. So anyhow, here x is equal to square root of a plus square root of a plus and so on up to infinity. So we already consider this value. This is equals to x. Means what is the value of this? Square root of a plus square root of a plus on infinity. So this will be equal to square root of a plus, instead of this we can write x. Okay, now instead of this we can write x. ఎందుకంటే దీని x అనుకున్నాం కదా, ఈ x ఒకటే, x is equals to this. So అప్పుడు ఇది కూడా దేనికి ఈక్వల్ అవుతుంది? And so on infinity times, కదా, uncountable number of times. Uncountable. If you subtract 1 from infinity, what is the value? Infinity. సో ఇన్ఫినిటీ నుంచి నువ్వు 1 సబ్ట్రాక్ట్ చేసినా ఇన్ఫినిటీ అవుతుంది అది. ఓకేనా? బికాస్ ఇన్ఫినిటీ ఇస్ అన్కౌంటబుల్ నెంబర్. వీ డోంట్ నో వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఎగ్జాక్ట్ వాల్యూ. సో ఎనీహౌ టు ఎలిమినేట్ స్క్వేర్ రూట్ అప్లై squaring on both sides. X square is equal to square root of a plus x whole square. Square root get cancelled. You will get x square is equal to a plus x. Now transpose a and x. X square positive a negative a, positive x becomes negative x, positive a becomes negative a. So RHS side you will get 0. So both the terms are transposed, so you will get 0. Now observe this equation, and this is quadratic equation. This equation is quadratic equation because highest power of the variable is 2. So this is quadratic equation, and solution of quadratic equation or roots of quadratic equation, solution or roots of quadratic equation, QE means quadratic equation, is given by Sridhar Acharya formula is given by Sridhar Acharya formula. Here variable is x. So x is equal to, here x means solution or root, minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. b square minus 4ac by 2a. To avoid confusion, let us consider capital letters. Minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a. So what is the general form of quadratic equation? Standard form, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Capital C is equal to 0. Where a is coefficient of x square, b is coefficient of x, and c is constant of. Okay. Let us compare these two equations. Let us compare these two. So let us compare these two equations. What is a? Coefficient of x square. Here coefficient of x square is 1. A is equal to 1. And what is b? Coefficient of x. Here coefficient of x means minus 1. Coefficient of x is minus 1. So b is equal to minus 1. And c for constant term. Here constant term means minus c. C is equal to minus small a. Okay, now let us use this formula. So x is equal to solution of quadratic equation. X is equal to minus b minus of b value minus 1 plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac. b square means minus 1 whole square minus 4 ac. A value how much? 1. C value minus a. C value how much? Minus a. Minus into minus plus by whole divided by 2a. A value 1. X is equals to minus into minus plus 1 plus or minus root over minus 1 square means plus 1 minus into minus plus 4 into 1 4 into a 4a whole divided by 2. Here we have two solutions. Solution 1 is one time positive 1 plus root over 1 plus 4a by 2, or what is another solution? One time negative 1 minus, consider positive sign one time and negative sign another time. So 1 minus root over 1 plus 4a by 2. Now which one is correct formula? Among these two formulas, which one is correct one? How do we know? And remember here x, since a greater than 0, x is also greater than 0, means x is always positive. This value is always positive. Remember, x must be positive. For every value of a, x is positive. See, here we have, here a is greater than 0, means a is positive. 1 plus 4 into positive. Here already this is positive. Positive plus positive. So this square root value is positive. So overall here x value is positive. For every value of a, for every a greater than 0, this value is positive. So this is correct solution. Next, what about this solution? Okay. So among these two solutions, this is correct solution. X is equals to 1 plus root over 1 plus 4a by 2. Because here all operators are here we have only positive signs, positive. So for any value of a, a greater than 0, for every value of a greater than 0, this x is always positive. So x ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఏమవుతుంది? పాజిటివ్ అవుతుంది. ఈ a ప్లేస్ లో greater than 0 any a positive number తీసుకున్నా x is always positive. What about this solution? X is equals to 1 minus root over 1 plus 4a by 2. 1 minus root over 1 plus 4a by 2. Okay. So in this case, here given 1 minus root over 1 plus 4a. Here, if a greater than 0, suppose if a greater than 0, this value may be 1 minus root over 1 plus 4a by 2, square root of 1 plus 4a by 2, maybe in some cases it may be positive, or negative. So if a greater than 0, the value of x, ఈ x ఏమవుతుంది, it may be positive అని అవ్వచ్చు some cases, or some cases ఏమవుతుంది, ఇది నెగిటివ్ కూడా అవుతుంది. If a greater than 0, this value may be greater than 0 or less than 0, because here we have negative sign. Okay, so 1 minus this expression may, suppose if root over 1 plus 4a, suppose root over 1 plus 4a is greater than 1, then this value, if 1 plus root over 1 plus 4a is greater than 1, then x will be less than 0. It means x is negative. If this value greater than 1 means x value will be negative, but x cannot be negative, this is always positive. Okay, so ikkada ఈ 1 root over 1 plus 4a వాల్యూ కానీ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ 1 అయితే, సపోజ్ దిస్ వాల్యూ ఈజ్ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ 1 అయితే, సో ఇక్కడ ఏ ప్లేస్లో ఏదో ఒక వాల్యూ తీసుకున్నాం మనం. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇఫ్ a is equal to 1, root 5 is obviously greater than 1. If root 5 greater than 1 means 1 minus root 5, you will get which type of value? Negative value. So x cannot be negative, x is always positive. So x cannot be equal to 1 minus root over 1 plus 4a by 2. Only possible solution is root over 1 plus root over 1 plus 4a by 2. Hence, proof.